Hello, this is Brian Bjornson, and I'm recording video number 13 for Shrink the Government LLC. As always, the topic is how to shrink the government, well, or the mess that our government is in. And, our government is in debt over $16 trillion. Now, I mean, it's a mind-boggling amount. Our government's budget is $3 trillion, but it only takes in $2 trillion in taxes. We're spending $1 trillion more each year than we take in. And yet the idiots in Congress, and I'm talking about every member of Congress, Republican and Democrat, independent, whatever, still think we can spend money. These people are college graduates. We vote these idiots into office. And what is wrong with the American public that we have such a collection of clowns in Congress running our country? And it is, God Almighty, why, case in point, Representative Keith Ellison, who represents the 5th District of the state of Minnesota in Congress. He has sent out on his Facebook page a thing about how various government programs will be dangerously cut and how people will be affected if this sequestration happens on March 1st, which is in a couple of days. Representative Ellison, the sequestration is for $85 billion. That $85 billion is 8.5% of the $1 trillion that we don't have, that we are spending. And you want to keep spending that money? What the hell is wrong with you? Are people going to be hurt by the sequestration? By the budget cuts, that minor budget cuts it will cause? Yes. But you know what? We need to start making them. And if the people in Congress haven't got the guts to cut 8.5% of the $1 trillion that we are spending that we don't have, it is time to replace them in office. We need people who are going to say, okay, America, we don't have the money anymore. It's time to make some serious budget cuts. They're going to hurt. They're going to hurt. They're going to hurt like hell. But you know what? The people in Congress have been making promises that they cannot afford to keep to buy your votes. The time has come where the bill is now due. We have to start paying our debts. You know, as I said, we're over $16 trillion in debt. That then sitting off in the wings is the unfunded liabilities of Social Security and Medicare. Unfunded liabilities of over $107 trillion. In addition to the $16 trillion of debt we currently have. Now, taxing the rich is not going to solve that problem. Their idea of taxing the rich is like trying to empty the Pacific Ocean with a thimble or a drinking glass. It's like trying to empty the Pacific Ocean with a 1-gallon jug. It's not going to work. It just, the money isn't there. We have to realize that. It's the brutal truth. You know, I'm 60 years old. I could qualify or be getting Social Security disability income because of my age and some medical problems I have. No. The money for me to get it isn't there. And that's money I paid in all of my life. No, I paid Social Security, the FICA tax, all of my life. 40 some years I've been paying into that tax. And now the money isn't there. Why isn't the money there? Because the idiots in Congress have taken the money and have spent it on everything else but Social Security. They've lied to us and said it's in a trust fund, a lockbox. That's not true. I got to check the time here, folks. Okay. They have taken the money, and all of my people my age, everybody in the country who has had a job has paid into Social Security and spent it on anything and everything else. The money that will be used to pay my Social Security disability and everybody else's Social Security comes from the government's ability to tax. That means the people, the next generation, my niece and my nephews, and all of the people their age, are going to have to pay a FICA tax of about 40% of their income. That FICA tax is before the federal income tax, before the state income tax. So if they're paying 40% in FICA, 30% in federal income tax, and 10% in, for round numbers, in state income tax, there's 80% of their income is gone before they get it. And that is not fair to them. We're going to have to eliminate Social Security and Medicare. I hate to say it, but it's got to be done. There isn't the money to pay for it because Congress, for the last 70 years, has stolen the money for anything and everything else it wanted to do. And it's time that we realize that fact and face that brutal truth. The money isn't there. and there's no way in hell it's going to be found. That's the brutal truth.